What is a semi-rigid extended quickdraw? Why would I want one, and should I buy or make one? Hello again, everyone. I'm Jason. When we are projecting a sport route, or maybe just find ourselves unable to make the moves we need to make while on lead, we often are just inches away from reaching a bolt that would offer us some additional safety. This is where a semi-rigid extended quick draw may be of use. With this tool, we need to make sure that we have a secure stance because we'll be letting out a lot of rope by reaching well above us. We set the pressure release on the top carabiner's gate, clip our rope to the bottom carabiner, call for slack, and use the more rigid draw material to extend our reach and clip the bolt. The impact of the bolt releases the gate and sets it shut. Now, with the added security of being clipped nearer to us, we can try our more difficult moves. We're not done though. If we do this, it's important that we replace the semi-rigid draw with a standard quick draw as we climb by it. We don't want the rope drag to pull up the rigid draw into a position that might cross-load the carabiner or press the gate open, things that are far less likely to happen if we have a non-rigid draw. To be clear, this tactic won't win us any style points and may be called anything from aid climbing to poor style to downright cheating, depending upon the climber you talk to. But that's not the point. If we are willing to be honest with ourselves and with others about what we did, it's a tool designed to get us out of a jam. There are a number of commercial options available. I've found 3 and we'll put links to them in the description. The Kong Panic System, the Rock Empire Long Arm, and the CT climbing technology Tricky. Sizes range from 30 to 45 centimeters. The Kong and CT items are the cheapest, but only come with one carabiner, the one with the gate capture and release mechanism. So we'd end up spending another $10 or so for the extra carabiner. You also have the option of getting a collapsible stick clip like the Beta Stick. This is primarily used for clipping high first bolts so that we don't have to risk a ground fall getting to the first protection point. But being collapsible, we can clip it to our harness and take it up with us. Obviously, it will have the most reach, but is also the heaviest option, and even the smallest version of the Beta Stick still leaves a 55 centimeter item rattling around our feet as we climb. Or you can do what we did and make one, which is the cheapest option. My boys are, well, little boys. They can't always reach all the holds and they are getting into lead climbing, so adding a safety tool to their harness seemed like a no-brainer. That is, so long as they can resist using it when it isn't needed, which would turn it into a crutch. We followed a build process that was taught to me by an old, crusty guide, but we have changed the materials to meet our specific needs. To make ours, we used a Camp USA Dion carabiner for the rope end, and you can watch a whole video we did on why I like that carabiner for my kids' small hands. There's a link in the description. We used the Petzl Express 25 centimeter dog bone, which is the right size for what you are about to see as we build this thing, and it is already pretty rigid. And we use the Mad Rock trigger wire for the bolt end carabiner because I find its gate capture and release to be the least fussy and easiest to use. Those 3 items each cost around $10 US, depending on where you buy them. I have links in the description. Then, from around the house, we needed duct tape and a set of chopsticks from any takeout restaurant. We placed the rubber keeper over the trigger wire biner rather than the normal rope end, because we need the trigger carabiner to be as stiff and unmoving as possible. We already know that we can't climb past this draw without swapping it out, so having the keeper on the end that adds risk to the biner getting loaded wrong is a feature, not a bug. On the end without the rubber keeper, we add a very tight wrap of tape right below the base of the carabiner, or we can add another rubber keeper if we have one. Now we place one chopstick along the spine of the dog bone and secure it at both ends. Then we do the same with the other. We want to make sure that the chopstick that's running up the side that has the carabiner spine is just getting up that spine a bit, as that will be an anchor point for keeping the carabiners from rotating. Next, we wrap the chopsticks and carabiner connections like we would tape up a sprained ankle. We add 3 stirrups at different angles to each end. And finally, we wrap over all of it from top to bottom to add rigidity and protect the chopsticks from cracking against the rock. The whole thing ends up being 40 centimeters from tip to tip and weighs around 130 grams depending upon how much tape you use. And there you have it, a semi-rigid extended quick draw, or a cheater stick for the more comical or cynical among us. you ever been desperate to make a clip that you just couldn't quite reach? Tell us the story in the comments. Thanks for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and share if you want to support us. For more information, you can go to our website at www.shortguysbetaworks.com. Again, you can check out that video I mentioned about tailoring Quickdraw carabiners to my kids' hands, or maybe check out our entire rock climbing series. We'll see you next week and keep on getting more out of that big outside.